Good morning, guys. Had a wonderful night's sleep in a very nice and flat tent site. I only really woke up once throughout the night that I remember, but the moon was really bright and I don't know, it was a really pretty night. Slept in this morning, didn't get moving until after 7. Didn't leave camp until probably 8:30 or so. Looks like we still got some flat miles here for a little bit. I know we're gonna start climbing eventually, but it's been nice. Still trying to shake this little cough that I have going on. The day after the monument, I started feeling a little bit like a chest cold was coming on. It never really got bad or, a whole lot worse. It's just kind of there, scratchy throat, and then I've been coughing and I don't know. Doing all right. It's just annoying. I wish it would go away completely. Like I said, there is a section of this stretch here that is still closed, and we get to that point in about 30 miles. So from there, we created a route on Gaia where we can take some Forest Service roads and go around the closure. So I don't think we're gonna hit 30 miles today, but who knows? If they're easy miles, maybe it'll happen. I guess the goal is to get as close to there as possible today. We have 9 miles to the next water source, and then after that, I think we have like a 20-mile carry, and that 20 miles is supposedly a water cache that we are hoping is still there. The last update on Far Out was September 3rd. It's the 24th right now. So hopefully there's still some water left, because if there's not, I might be screwed for a little bit. You saw that I had my cold soaked ramen for breakfast this morning to make up for the bagel that I had for lunch yesterday. It was probably only half hydrated, but it wasn't too bad. Other than that, I don't got much else going on. I have been sort of thinking about my travels home, and I had a friend suggest to me, well, why don't you just rent a car and drive home and see some more of the US? And I thought, I don't know if I want to spend crazy money doing that. But I did look into it, and the price for me to rent a car for a week would be essentially the same as a flight home. So the only other expense I would have would be gas and food, obviously. I would plan to probably, sleep in the car or camp, on public lands or something throughout the way home. I don't know, that's kind of heavy on my mind right now. Maybe I'll take a little road trip to get my ass back to Pennsylvania. Stopped at this water source at a creek here for lunch. I got a CC meal that I've been carrying for quite some time. Looks better than cold ramen. Nice water source. And I think from here we've got a pretty long carry. And it could be much longer if this water cache isn't there. So I guess we'll just hope that it is and plan for that. Decided to haul 6 liters from the lunch spot. Better to be safe than sorry with water. And actually it doesn't feel too bad on my back because I don't have a ton of extra shit in there or a whole lot of food. I dropped a lot of the luxury things that I was carrying in the rental car. So like I got rid of my sandals and my fucking beard trimmer, shit like that. So 6 liters doesn't feel too bad right now. Haven't done a whole lot yet today. Got the late start this morning. Took a couple long breaks, you know, kind of looking things up for the journey home or whatever. Been doing good, like mileage per hour, but overall, not really crushing it. But that's okay. Hopefully we can make up for it this afternoon. We could potentially be done tomorrow. If we do a 25 today, we'd only have 25 out tomorrow. I don't know if that's realistic or not. It's not really necessary either, but it's possible. Been a beautiful day, clear skies, really nice terrain. I'll tell you what, one thing that really surprised me about the PCT is how difficult Washington was. Just right from the start. Right out of Cascade Locks. It's just a lot more difficult than I expected. So it's nice to be back in Oregon on more flat miles, at least for a little bit. High point of Oregon. Doesn't really feel like it. I also don't know why it says Washington as well. The sun is going down earlier and earlier every day. It's only about 7:15 p.m. Ready to be done for the day. My feetsies are hurting, but gotta find a flat spot first. A trail junction up here. I think there's some camping somewhere around there. I'm thinking that'll probably be the stopping point for the night. That would put us around 23 miles for the day, which is pretty good, all things considered. And then that should leave us with like 27 out to the car. And I'm thinking if we get an early start, we can bang that out tomorrow. Get done a little early. I mean, earlier than planned, not early in the day. Probably wouldn't get done until later in the evening, but a lot of it's road walk. I think we'll be able to kind of crush it. And just knowing that once we get there, we have the car and can do what we want makes it more of a reasonable decision to, you know, try to bang it all out. So it's been a great day of hiking. Really nice terrain, really cruisy miles. It just took a lot of breaks. Making me glad that came back to squeeze these extra stretches in. Yeah, I'm excited for whatever tomorrow is going to bring. We think there's a gas station on the bit of a road walk that we have to do, so that'll be awesome too. Be able to pop in there and get a cold drink or a snack or something like that. All right, y'all, I'm here at camp. Got the tent set up. You probably can't see it, but gonna eat a quick dinner and then get to bed. Probably gonna plan for an early start tomorrow and kind of try to crush it to get to the car. It was a good day. I think tomorrow's going to be just as good. And I'm excited to finish up this final stretch in Oregon. So I'll talk to y'all whenever I wake up in the morning. I hope you have a good night. And see you in the morning.